I just wanted to take a minute or two to talk about how to discharge power supply caps. And I've been working on this amplifier and this receiver, and it's actually, I'm going to put a new amplifier board in there, and I'm going to use some quad 405 amplifier boards, and I need a little bit more capacitance in the power supply to support those. And in soldering these caps, you got to make sure they're discharged before you solder them. So here's how I go about doing that. I've got a little light here, a little 120 volt lamp, and I end up plugging it into the wall to make sure it turns on correctly, make sure the power is on and the bulb is good. And then I use this to discharge my caps. I hook a pair of alligator clip jumper leads to the 120 volt plug of the lamp. Then I hook those test leads to the cap I want to discharge. And I went ahead and powered up the power supply, the receiver, so you can see that the bulb is actually on. And let me turn off the power to the amplifier. And you can see the light go out as it discharges that capacitor. Then I can move that yellow lead to the negative rail of the power supply. And use it to discharge the lamp, or to discharge the capacitor. At this point, both capacitors are totally dead, supposedly. The best thing to do now would be to take your multimeter and make sure the voltage between the common rails, the neutral rails, and the positive lead is 0, and that neutral rail and the negative lead are 0. Then you can be sure your cap is totally discharged.